All right, new background. We're in my office. So we didn't really have a plan tonight.
Not really. I will say, I thought we were going to watch Jaws because you said
And the key locked out.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's Jaws, and then it locked out.
I've seen Jaws
At 9 o'clock, and you're like, I'm gonna be here at 9:45. I was like, son of a bitch.
You told me to get here at 9.
I know. I didn't know. I thought it stayed till midnight.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
fair. That's fair.
But whatever. So instead, what did we watch?
We watched Zack and Miri Make a Porno, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan.
Mm.
And this is kind of a movie that people forget about
That's
little bit. Came out in probably 2007, 2008. It came out on Halloween because I know that I saw it with Crystal at the Cinemark Theater.
Amazing.
This was like at the height of Seth Rogen's popularity and Kevin Smith basically trying to make a Judd Apatow style film, but he sold it based just on the title.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's got an eclectic cast.
Yeah.
It's really funny, but it's also sweet.
Yeah, that's fair.
What'd you think?
I don't know. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be to some degree. I say to some degree because I generally trust your opinion on things, but I'm not big on comedy movies in general. So this one was really funny though. I really enjoy a lot of the cast who is in it. So I'm not terribly surprised.
Yeah.
And then Justin Long.
Justin Long as Randy St. Randy. It's him and Brandon Routh. Brandon Routh was Superman and Superman Returns. You've got Katie Morgan, who was a real who might still be porn star. Tracy Lords is in it, who was a porn star and single-handedly brought down the entire porn industry in the 80s because she was underage and lied.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
No, she's great in this.
Tom Savini has a cameo.
That's true, he does.
Craig Robinson.
I love Craig Robinson
great,
every time I've seen him. He's just deeply entertaining.
And then you have Elizabeth Banks and Seth Rogen as your leads. And Jeff Anderson, who's Randall in Clerks, is in it as well. He's a different character because he has facial hair.
Literally the whole time I was like, this guy is almost ringing a bell, but not enough that I can. That's why.
And I mean, this movie is essentially about.
It's more his voice than anything.
Yeah, but this movie is essentially the making of Clerks.
Yeah. Okay.
Filming, with a hockey stick with a boom mic on it at their jobs, At
their jobs after hours and all that.
Yeah, but I like how it builds up all the little things. Like, Zack and Miri have been friends since the first grade. They live in Monroeville, Pennsylvania.
Which I'm actually very familiar with, because that's kind of near where my friend lives. She's moved since, so don't go be weird.
I'm going to go find your random friend in Monroeville. But she works at the Monroeville Mall, which is where Dawn of the Dead. I have the T-shirt of their Jersey logo, the Monroeville Zombies. But yeah, it's very much the making of Clerks wrapped in this kind of interesting love story. They've been friends since the first grade. They go to their high school reunion. She's there to
try to fuck
her crush,
who is Justin Long's boyfriend.
Yeah. And then he finds out that they're gay. I love that scene between the two of them, though. I just love it's an all-male cast. It's like Glengarry, Glenn Ross. To the Wiz references.
Oh, my God.
It's like a reimagining. Oh, like the Wiz.
But no women.
Yeah. I thought you recognized me. Oh, yeah. You're not my demographic. What's your demographic? Do you like pussy? Then not you. Was it they fight like regular people or something
real
like that?
People.
Real people.
They fight like real people.
So they go to their high school reunion, and it's where he gets the idea that there's 800 people in their graduating class, and they have the email list for everybody.
Because they're broke, and their water and their power get shut off. And then I don't remember who said it first, but I think
she was like,
this is where like people either start having sex for money or like
or making porn, and he just
I guess is also sex for money, but that's why I paused. I was like, wait,
he's like, you're gonna have to start hooking.
Yeah, and then he's like, wait, that's it, we'll make porn, which was also really entertaining because she's kind of like, why doesn't everybody do this? And, he's like, well, they have options and dignity. And I'm like...
She's like, I have options and dignity. He's like, where's your dignity? In your granny panties?
Yeah.
Because that's what gets her famous.
Yeah,
is there's a viral video of her with granny panties on.
Which, I guess that she still looks good.
I know.
Like,
you gotta think this is 2007,
no, that's
2008.
True.
You know, this is the early days of YouTube.
Yeah.
So they decide they're gonna make a porn. Because
but it'll be totally fine that they will have sex. It's just about making the money.
He's like, our genitals know that it's just.
Oh my god. He's like, just talk to your privates ahead of time and be like, this is only for money.
He's like, do you talk to him? He's like, yeah, of course. So they're gonna get together and they're gonna make Star Wars. Their Star Wars porn, which there's been a bunch of Star Wars porns over the years. Space Babes was one of them I saw when I was a young man. And then yes.
That was the thing. He said, he was like, oh, all of my favorite, when they're trying to come up with the titles, which I liked that sequence just because you know that they just had fun with it.
Oh, yeah, just making shit up.
Yeah. But, where, he's like, all my favorite porn when I was younger was, parodies. I'm like, really? I've never really gotten into the parody thing.
They were all the ones I always saw as a kid.
That makes sense.
They were, because there was a difference. There was softcore porn on Showtime and stuff like that.
Me accidentally watching it on Netflix.
Well, yeah. But
did I tell that story?
Yeah, you did tell that story. Yep. But there was when I was a kid, there was the Emmanuel series, and there was Hot Springs Hotel and the Red Shoe Diaries and shit like that. But then that was softcore porn, and then the only hardcore porn I ever saw when I was young was people's brothers who had tapes, or stuff like that.
Like you guys were talking about with finding stuff in the woods too.
Yeah.
Okay. That
so and
sense.
It was always a spy thing. Like John Holmes was in the Johnny Wad series and the Jade Pussycat and stuff like that. So there was always a lot of parody movies.
Okay. This might be an age thing because for a while I wrote my own. When I was younger. Which, reading it back, very, weirdly clinical, because I knew so little about sex. I was like, I know that this goes here. You know what I mean?
Erotic fan fiction. You're like Tina and Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, exactly. No, I didn't write about my friends, but I did make them read it, which was very funny.
Do you remember when...
and I would write it for them, too. Do
you remember at the theater when Destiny used to read Harry Potter erotic fan fiction? And I'd be like, what are you doing? And we're trying to work, and she's standing there reading Harry Potter, and they're like, they're children.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because I would have assumed it was
I'm sure they age them up or whatever, but still, it's weird in the context.
No, you're right.
What's he say in the movie? He's like, this isn't a literal adaptation or something.
Oh yeah. I thought you said it wasn't a direct adaptation. They could, yeah.
I like the whole scene with the MC Chris song, with the Boba Fett song. Kevin Smith made his bones with Clark's talking about Star Wars. The Death Star thing. So it's I don't know. I liked the idea of movies about people making movies, and I like the vibe of this movie. It's just this bunch of weirdos who get together and make this movie. And it's very sweet in a lot of parts too, but it's also frustrating.
Yeah.
The whole thing that leads to the third act breakup.
Yeah. That was very oh man, because everyone sucked in that scenario, in my opinion. But
yeah.
I just
because Zack and Miri have sex, but
they end up making love.
Yeah. It's really, really well shot scene. I love the song by the band Live that's also from Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw them before they were famous. I was
like, this song sounds good and or familiar.
They had that song Lightning Crashes was super famous. So it was a really well done scene, and you could tell there was a lot of emotion there between them.
That was way more than I was expecting.
Yeah, for really this kind of movie,
because it's comedic. I thought there was gonna be,
well, you have the shit covered scene later. She frosted me like a fucking cake.
Yeah.
And Katie Morgan used to have a show on was it HBO or something like that. There was a special about her, how she got into porn, and she was a teenage runaway who went to jail and all this kind of stuff. So then they asked her to be in this movie, and she's like, I don't have to put anything anywhere, and they're like, no,
you're just pretending.
Yeah, and she's like, okay.
Yeah, right?
Because it's fun. She's in this one, and then Stormy Daniels is in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yes, she
you know?
is. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that.
I've seen 40-Year-Old Virgin a few times. Did not know who she was.
Oh,
really,
okay. Grab her boob and it feels like a bag of sand.
Sand. Why are we? I was referencing that the other day and I forget why. Because I keep. Yeah, alright. I keep referring to my boobs as like pudding textured because like when they just jiggle a little. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, it was like. Yeah, you know, pudding and bags of sand and all that. So yeah, I
the calcium cannons.
Yes. They should hopefully not produce any of that.
What did somebody say? One of the at the shoot the other night, somebody was saying about getting a girl was talking about she got caught masturbating, and I was like, well, what do you think? It's like somebody standing outside the door, and I said, it sounds like you're doing Morse code in a puddle.
That's awesome! Oh my god!
And they all just stopped and went. And I don't know why that popped into my head. But everybody for the rest of the night was just like, because we went to Denny's that I didn't know Denny's was still a thing.
Yeah.
But we went to Denny's and like the one dude came back from the bathroom and goes, Morse code in a puddle. And I was like, you can't stop thinking about it now, right? And it was just the first thing that popped out of my mouth because I'm mentally challenged.
That's gonna stick in my brain too. I know it.
But yeah, no, I Craig Robinson's fucking hilarious in this movie. I love how awkward he is when he gets to look at the girls and stuff.
Oh my god, yeah. He's like, whatever you are comfortable showing me, and she just strips. And I was like, that is so relatable.
Yeah, it's me in every movie shoot. It's like, you don't have to do that.
No, it's literally, because I think we've talked about Mars vs. Cheerleaders. Yeah. When you're like, okay, so, you know, here's your, you know, I'll go over your... No, you walked over while I was...
getting changed.
Yeah, because we had to put my, I was wearing like a chainmail bra or whatever. We had to put it on a skeleton because I get zapped.
Yeah, you get zapped and turned into a skeleton.
And that's what it was. You came around, because everyone else was like, oh, you can, you know, everyone else was being like that. Someone gave me their jacket and all. And then, when I went to change back into it, you know, instead of walking to the bathroom or whatever, I just kind of tossed the jacket off. And you were walking up, right? And you just turned around and walked away.
Yeah, it's that Simpsons thing where Grandpa walks in and walks right back out.
Exactly. And he's like, all right, coming in. I'm just like, titties. And you're like, okay, I'll just go over here now.
I remember that well.
Yeah.
But no, it's a movie that people don't really talk about too much. Obviously, the Weinsteins purposely sabotaged this movie. And that's why Kevin Smith kind of went solo after this and didn't make another movie for a while. And then, like, with Clerks 3, they kind of came back and did this movie over again. Where it's like, oh, we're making a movie about Clerks. But I thought this one handled it a lot better. And again, the end scene was like what everybody was before that. And then I waited to see how you reacted to the line.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, he's like, I was just doing this, and like, oh, wait, I don't even know what this guy was doing. He said white supremacist. Yeah. I don't even know what the next, like, minute of the movie is.
But nobody references it again.
No, it literally, like, they're not even a follow, because after Seth Rogen fucks off, you know, they have a second where they interact, and it's just not even, it's just...
He's just hanging out in this black guy's basement.
Yeah, he's like, was a white supremacist. Just moved on, I guess.
But the power of pornography allows
He's
us
no
to
longer
see
a white
through
supremacist.
color.
I have to make you watch Pawn Shop Chronicles. I just remember
I've heard about it. Yeah.
No, I know, but with the white supremacist.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
But yeah, so that scene just cracked. I remember seeing that in the theater. It just comes out of nowhere and just cracked me the fuck up.
Fucking
so
ridiculous.
I was like, I wonder how Metz is gonna react to this scene.
I literally yelped. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all.
And Craig Robinson's wife is Gina from Martin, for those of you old enough to remember Martin. And she was also one of the Greek choir in Little Shop of Horrors as well, the Ronettes or whatever. No, anytime I get a chance to see this movie, I love...
Yeah, because you were like, oh, let's figure out what to watch, and you scroll past, you're like, hey, have you seen Zack and Miri make a porno? I was like, nope, and you were like, okay.
We're watching Zack and Miri make a porno. I fucking love the scene, though, between him...
Oh my god!
And Justin Long at the high school reunion is just so fucking funny.
Justin Long plays he plays the gay like the horny gay very well. It just in general.
But you were like, what's that? What's his voice? But apparently, when he was making this movie, he did like he went on a bunch of talk shows. He's like, yeah, so to like figure out what I was doing, I watched a lot of gay porn.
Oh, so he did the gay porn
and he was doing the gay porn voice the entire time.
I haven't watched gay porn in a hot minute, so I guess I
And Kevin Smith was with him on the thing, and he's like, yeah, we made you.
But no, he sold the hell out of it. It was just delightful. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely think this is an enjoyable movie, and
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It just reminds, like, you know, I grew up such a huge fan of Kevin Smith, you know, being from New Jersey and stuff like that, and then getting to see him, you know, the Romero stuff in this as well. So yeah, I don't know. This was a short review. Yeah. This is just, you know, I'm sure anybody who watches this has probably seen this movie before.
Right, like you're not clicking on this review.
Like, what is this?
If you have, if you don't know of it.
Because I think I even called one of the videos once Newton Mel Make a Porno.
Newton Mel Make a Porno.
So and
well,
then
you've referenced, so there's so many times in this movie where I'm like, oh, Newt said that.
Yeah.
Oh, Newt said that. Yeah, a lot.
Lines from this movie are just stuck with me over the years. But
shut your mouth
before I fuck it. Yeah.
Oh,
and I like where he's like, I can't believe I forgot that. Like, it just,
right?
I love how enamored he is with their relationship. He's like, I just met that guy Randy. I'd watch him suck a dick. Like,
how do you know him?
He's like, I hate Rosie O'Donnell, but if you told me there was a movie of her getting fucked silly, I'd say, why aren't we watching that right now? Paris Hilton got fucked in Night Vision, and now she's selling fragrances to tweens.
Oh, and then the subtle thing there where Miri sniffs herself, like I guess I assume that was the implication. That was funny, but yeah,
because they called her Stinky Linky.
That's true.
So the whole thing is like, when she's like, I've had a lot of practice. That didn't.
That didn't sound good. I fuck a lot. That didn't sound good either. I'm curious now. I'll have to tell you how because my 10-year high school reunion's coming up in a couple months. Which, hey, if you don't know how old I am, no.
You're 10 years older than high school.
Yes, but
Metz is 68 years old.
Most of why I'm going is because I know for a fact that at least half the class thinks I'm dead. So we're gonna see how this goes.
Kick open the door. Surprise, motherfuckers! Back to finish the job.
Oh my god!
The Matrix soundtrack kicks in.
Jesus Christ!
You ever seen the show 30 Rock?
Oh, a while ago.
They did. There used to be a show called Bitch Hunter that they produced, and it was Will Ferrell, and he just kicks open the door to women's bathrooms. Surprise, bitch!
Oh, that's great.
I went to my 10-year high school reunion. It was very sparsely attended.
Okay.
So it was weird. Like, most of the people who because I graduated in 2001, Jesus Christ. Most of the people who was friends with then, I'm still friends with now.
Oh, okay.
Like, on you know, social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, all of those people have kind of stuck around. And again, my high school girlfriend and I are still friends. You know, I hang out with her a lot, which is weird. But yeah, so I remember going to that and it just being like kind of lame because there was like not a lot of people there.
That's fair. It's probably gonna be less interesting than I'm making it out in my head to be, but
when we went, it was right after we had won that award for the Andy Reid music video. So I was like, like Newt's a big deal, and now look at me.
Oh.
Until I make a porno. Well, actually, the producer keeps wanting me to write that porn movie, and I keep getting into it. Like, it's not a real porn; it's a porn comedy parody. It's the one I told you about, where the guy was a FBI agent who gets sent undercover in the porn industry.
Yeah.
Thundercock Jones. Yeah. He's like a Jason Bourne type guy. Gets sent undercover to break up a cocaine ring in the porn industry, but turns out he's so good at it that he loses himself in the part and just becomes a porn star. Yeah. So yeah, and you know, anything else?
No.
Zack and Miri make a porno.